A portion of today's video is brought to you by Zippix nicotine toothpicks. For more information on them, stick around until the end of this video, or if you're champing at the bit, click the link in the description below. At this point, we know a lot about Donald Trump and what his motivations are. We know about his relationship with the press. We know that he is not above blackmailing media organizations, pressuring them to settle lawsuits that he's frivolously launched against them. ABC settled. Since he's been reelected with this new, imbued with this new power that no president has ever had, which is immunity from prosecution, exemption from consequence for illegal actions while president of the United States, that media organizations are afraid. Morning Joe and Mika ran to kiss the ring like cowards. Bill Maher, just like a few days ago, went and kissed the ass of Donald Trump and then subsequently did a whole show about what a wonderful, different person he is in private than he is in public. Just what you want in a leader, a two-faced freak. What would you expect from Bill Maher, though? He's a bigoted asshole himself. So Donald Trump has this track record of blackmailing and harassing organizations. And now we're getting a glimpse into a new blackmail scheme with Warner Brothers Discovery to try to threaten them into giving him, or Don Jr. or whatever, a TV show. That's what's on the table. I'm going to read this headline from the Business Insider. Donald Trump ally has a suggestion for Warner Brothers Discovery. Why don't you pay us or give us a TV show? It really lines up with exactly what Donald Trump's priorities are, what his interests are. After all, he's a demented game show host. That's what he did prior to becoming president. The Republican Party loves their celebrities. There are so few. Now there are more public Republicans now. But for a long time, it was a desert out there. The entertainment industry was bereft of conservatives because typically to be an actor, to be an entertainer, you have to possess some kind of empathy, some kind of creativity that conservatism just does not offer. It does not allow. Here's the article. It's a profile written by Michael Wolff, who's written a couple of books on Donald Trump, who's gotten it spot on just about every single time. I would defy anybody to point to something that has been proven incorrect or a lie, because he is spot on with what he writes. Which brings us to this New York Magazine profile of Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, written by Trump biographer Michael Wolff. It says someone in the Trump orbit has made some suggestions for ways Warner Brothers Discovery could make Trump happy. Offer money, programming, or both. That's blackmail. It is threatening negative repercussions if you don't do what I say. That's exactly what this is. And this is what it says. Warner Brothers Discovery confirmed that a company representative recently reached out to the Trump orbit seeking advice on how the company might advantageously interact with the White House and improve its Trump age odor. The reported message was to look at the example of Amazon and Jeff Bezos paying Melania Trump $40 million to participate in a documentary about herself. Don Jr. might like a hunting and fishing show on the Discovery Channel, they were told, and that CNN could have more pro-Trump voices, suggestion provided. I forgot about the Jeff Bezos thing. That's another one. Absolutely, the most powerful, rich people in the planet, in the country are, well, on the planet, Jeff Bezos, are bending the knee and kissing the ass of Donald Trump in order that they enrich themselves and don't get distracted by stupid lawsuits and shit that Donald Trump will bring, curtailing the freedom of speech of individuals. And since the Republican Party loves to think corporations are people too, I guess the freedom of speech of corporations. Back to the article, this is one of those stories that would have been unimaginable in other presidencies, but certainly rhymes with what we've seen from Trump and moguls who want to be on his good side. See the Amazon-Melania Trump deal referenced in the excerpt, along with payouts to Trump and lawsuit settlements from the likes of Disney and Meta, and indeed a person familiar with details that anecdote says it's correct. Warner Brothers Discovery declined to comment, and I've asked the White House as well, though White House comms head Stephen Chung has previously described Wolf as, quote, a lying sack of shit who has been proven to be a fraud. Quote from the White House Communications Director, Stephen Chung. There's no evidence that Warner Brothers Discovery has acted on any of those suggestions, but it's certainly worth noting that last summer, Zaslav said he was rooting for a president that would allow the media business to consolidate. They want a monopoly. David Zaslav is one of the slimiest slimes of all the people who have slimed the media industry. He's absolutely one of the reasons why CNN is in decline right before our eyes, moving to the right, tick, 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 as days go on. Media consolidation, something that Joe Biden had opposed. And that the day after Trump's election last fall, Zaslav said he was hopeful the new administration, quote, would provide a real positive and accelerated impact on this industry that's needed. On the flip side, Trump is a frequent critic of Warner Brothers Discovery-owned CNN and has sued the news organization unsuccessfully multiple times. And during his first administration, Trump's antitrust officials sued to stop AT&T from buying Time Warner, Warner Brothers Discovery's predecessor company. Media executives in and outside of Time Warner believe that suit, which didn't succeed but took years to litigate, stemmed from Trump's distaste for CNN. Trump antitrust officials insist that wasn't the case. And then finally, meanwhile, Trump continues to make clear that he both consumes traditional media and gets angry when it does not flatter him. Of course, because he's a mental weakling with about the shallowest sense of self-security that you've ever witnessed in your life. Can you imagine another scenario where Joe Biden was shaking down media companies to get Hunter Biden a TV show? Maybe it would have been A-okay for Republicans if Hunter Biden was the new Bob Ross on some kind of a public TV station doing his little paintings, right? They would have been totally fine with that. Of course they wouldn't. There would have been congressional investigations. There would have been real big stinks made about it because it would have been wrong. And that's why it wasn't done by Joe Biden or any other president in the history of our country, blackmailing private media companies to give his kids TV shows. It's all too much. And this is but the least of it. I mean, we are just devolving into a banana republic where the dear leader gets what he wants, shaking down companies. What do you think? I will leave it there. I invite you to this conversation. You can leave a comment below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I want to hear from you. You can also get at me on social media. I'm at Dollemore there, just about everywhere. Not on Nazi Twitter, but everywhere else at Dollemore. I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another. Are you tired of your entree growing cold while you're stuck outside smoking near the restaurant entrance? Or perhaps you're craving a puff, but you're stuck in the airport for the next several hours. And that's if you don't get delayed. Or possibly you've just had enough of your clothes smelling like smoke. Don't get up, get your nicotine fix right there, or anywhere for that matter, with Zippix nicotine toothpicks. Socially acceptable yet discreet, Zippix toothpicks not only serve as an excellent nicotine delivery service, they also satisfy the oral fixation associated with smoking and vaping. You don't have to hit the bricks to get your fix. Instead, try Zippix. Head to zippixtoothpicks.com today and score 10% off by using code Dollemore at checkout. Available in 6 delicious flavors with 2 and 3 milligram options, Zippix are perfect for long flights, restaurants, and all those other places where you're no longer allowed to smoke or vape. Zippix are also one of the most cost-effective nicotine products on the market, and they're proudly made right here in the United States. Why not give your lungs a break? Hundreds of thousands of customers count on Zippix for their nicotine fix without needing to inhale toxic smoke or vape oils. Or maybe you're just looking for a boost. Zippix also offers caffeine and B12 infused toothpicks too. Stop interrupting your life with cigarettes and vapes. Go to zippixtoothpicks.com today and score 10% off by using code Dollemore at checkout. You must be 21 years or older to order and be warned that nicotine is an addictive chemical. Nix that fix with Zippix nicotine toothpicks.